everyone, and welcome to another Danganronpa video. Now, you might be looking at this cast and you might be wondering, what the heck is this? This is not the cast of Trigger Happy Havoc. Well, I actually put all 48 students, minus Komaru, into a random number generator, and the top 16 are the cast of Trigger Happy Havoc. And these are what I got. Now, this could be good for some characters and bad for others. There are two pairs that are still together, Kaede and Shuichi, and Hajime and Chiaki, and there are some pairs that are separated. Taka is without Mondo, Peko is without Fuyuhiko, and Maki is without Kaito. Now, before we begin, let's go over the rules of this game. The motives are going to be the same, so how these motives affect different people is going to be different. So without further ado, let's get started. Chapter 1 begins with all 16 students meeting and coming face to face with Monokuma, a robotic teddy bear who is the new headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. After announcing the beginning of the killing school life, Monokuma introduces the first motive, killing among loved ones. Each student is given a motive video where their most beloved thing is kidnapped and held hostage with an ambiguous fate. So, they don't know if they're alive or dead or anything along those lines. Naturally, this motive affects different students different ways. Some take it more lightly than others. And so immediately we find our first victim, Hifumi Yamada. He is found dead at his desk. And immediately, a body has been discovered, and Monokuma gives him a little bit of time before the class trial begins. Kaede, the self appointed leader of the group, gets the others to collect evidence and viewpoints, and then the class trial begins. With each of the students given their differing viewpoints and pieces of evidence, Kaede pins down Hifumi's killer, Peko Yama. Now we know Peko's young master is Fuyuhiko, but the cast doesn't know that. And Peko's motive video is Fuyuhiko being held hostage. And so Kaede reveals that Peko, following her video, finds out that Hifumi had written a fanfiction where his favorite anime character kills a character named Fuyuhiko. Now, whether or not this is her young master, he didn't know, but for Peko, that didn't matter. According to her, a life without Fuyuhiko is a life not worth living, and so she killed Hifumi in order to get out and see if he's okay. However, since Peko got caught, she is executed, introducing the stakes of the killing game. Chapter 2 begins with despair setting in. Now that everybody knows that their friends can die left and right, they start getting more on edge. Monokuma then introduces the second motive, embarrassing memories and shameful secrets. If a murder doesn't occur within 24 hours, everybody's secret will be revealed to the outside world. Now, everybody has a secret that they don't want to share. Like, for example, Angie's Atua thing, Hajime having an altar, Leon having an incestuous cousin who loves him, like Korekio and his sister, Rantaro being the ultimate survivor, and Shuichi's first case traumatizing him. However, then we get to our second victim, Gonta Gokuhara. Now, not many people would want to kill Gonta, however, he's not the brightest bulb in the room. So, it's very easy to manipulate him, not only to kill, but also to be killed. So, who killed him? Well, with the help of Kaede, Shuichi, and Hajime, the three are able to pin down the person whose secret is going to ostracize them the most. And that is Maki. Because of her title, she is officially the ultimate child caregiver, but she is actually the ultimate assassin. And she fears, even though she doesn't really care, that if it gets out, then she would be ostracized. So Maki is executed. Chapter 3 begins with the motive being introduced, $10 million. The student who graduates gets $10 million that they can spend on whatever they want. Now, we gotta talk about some students, most notably Leon. Leon flirted with Sayaka in canon, and so since he likes musically inclined girls, he wants to change his ultimate title to Ultimate Musician, by the way. He might hit on Ibuki and Kaede as well, although he might flirt with Ibuki first because he might find Kaede to be boring since he thinks pianos are boring. His style of music might fit more with Ibuki, even though keyboards can be seen in heavy metal and rock. When Kaede goes to talk to Ibuki, she finds that she is dead. So, yeah, Ibuki is dead, and that's not an option. So, she talks to Leon. Leon asks her if she wants to join his band. She refuses, and Leon walks up to Kaede, pulls out something, and immediately almost goes to whack her with it until Shuichi comes in. Leon, in panic, whacks Shuichi with it, and he is killed. Kaede just witnessed Leon murder her crush, and so at the class trial, all Kaede has to do is pressure Leon to admit that he killed Ibuki as well, because it's the first murder that counts for the guilty verdict. And eventually, he does. He admits that he wants to use the 10 million to start his own band. And so, Leon is executed. However, it is revealed that Leon isn't really motivated. He's lazy. And so, he is executed, the 1,000 blows happens, and 1,000 baseballs still go into his chest. Chapter 4 starts with a really interesting motive: the betrayal. One of the students is Monokuma's mole, and the only way to find out who it was is to kill, of course. Now, in canon, the mole actually killed themselves to avoid creating discord among the other students. The same thing happens here. But first, a little bit of background. After Kaede lost Shuichi, Rantaro goes in and comforts her. Hajime and Chiaki also become friends with Rantaro, and the quartet is reformed: Chiaki, Hajime, Kaede, and Rantaro. And so, the mole is eventually revealed to be Yasuhiro Hagakure. He doesn't really want to be Monokuma's mole, nor does he want to cause discord amongst the other students. So, much like in canon, Yasuhiro kills himself, meaning no one is executed. Chapter 5 begins with Kaede and the others in the quartet rallying the other students together in the name of hope. One of those who doesn't is Gundam. The ones who do are Kaede, Hajime, Chiaki, Taka, and Rantaro. And Gundam, unsurprisingly, is the fifth victim. Now, who killed Gundam? There is no motive in chapters 5 and 6. Now, this case is originally unsolvable. After going back and forth, suspicion shifted to Rantaro. However, Rantaro pinned it on Kaede, shocking her and the rest of the quartet, and indeed everybody else. So everybody votes for Kaede and is executed. Der Flipwalzer plays and she is slung around on the giant piano. Except, psych! Kaede survives because the rope holding her neck clasp is cut, allowing her to escape and running into Rantaro, who apologizes for betraying her, and when she returns, Hajime, Chiaki, and Taka also apologize. And so, with new evidence that Rantaro found, Kaede and him challenge Monokuma to a retrial, which is where Chapter 6 begins. Now, with the new evidence on Gundam's case, Kaede's name is cleared, and with that, everyone worked together to out the mastermind, who is Angie Yanaga. Angie admits that the entire killing game is Atua's will. She told them that he set up the killing game as a ritual to determine who is actually loyal to him or not. She admits that she killed Gundam because she thought he would spread evil to the other students, when in actuality she was the one spreading despair. And Angie actually gives the other students an ultimatum: vote with her and only Kaede dies. Vote against her and everyone else dies. Everybody abstains from voting, and Angie is distraught. Unlike her redemption self, she doesn't want to be the mastermind. In this canon, she goes all in and is executed via a ritual. And with that, our survivors are Chiaki, Hajime, Kaede, Kiyotaka, Mikan, and Rantaro. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this timeline. I also do Disney and Marvel content on this channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see all of my future content, don't forget to hit that bell for post notifications. That's it, and I'll see you next time.